me shortly introduce myself. So I'm Christoph Wagner, product manager for embedded vision at MVTec. MVTec is a leading manufacturer for machine vision software. We're located in Germany, as Isa mentioned before, directly in Munich. So we have roughly 170 employees which are working on software solutions for industrial applications. Everything is made in Germany. We have an additional subsidiary in the USA, it's located in Boston, to get a better access to the North American market. But you can buy our software all around the world, because we have a very huge distributor network. So, and if you're interested in products from MVTec, so visit our website and check out which is your responsible distributor. So, okay. So here you can see the red dots are the distributors around the world. So the main advantage for you is you have a partner directly close to you. This means you have a short reaction time, and he's speaking in your language. So I think it's the best way to work together. And our distributors are well trained in our products and can give you trainings also. So MVTec is providing more or less 3 product groups. So the first one, and maybe the most famous product, is HALCON. So maybe one of you heard about this product. It's a standard software for solving machine vision applications with an included development environment called HDevelop. And with this kind of software, or with this kind of program, you have access to our full library. So this means you have access to more than 2,000 operators, starting with the easy filter operations, having 3D functionalities like shape-based matching or surface-based matching, or even with the newest releases, we also have deep learning functionalities in our portfolio. So Vertic is another product of MVTec and has another concept. So it's an all-in-one software, which means you simply can create your vision application by drag and drop. So it's a graphical tool flow, more or less, very easy to use, and you do not need any programming skills. So you can do it easily by drag and drop. And if you have finished your machine vision application or your recipe, you can create your front end and use Merlic for the visualization at your shop floor. So you have an all-in-one package with this kind of software in comparison to HALCON. And last but not least, we have our solution and services around our software products. This means we provide the service to you to port our software, so HALCON and Merlic, for example, to other hardware, to embedded hardware, which is not running out of the box, or giving technical support, feasibility studies, or since last year, also deep learning evaluations. So if you're interested in, so please let us know. MVTec is providing a lot of technologies, so which means alignment. And mentioned before, for example, is for adjusting the position inside an image. So if you have movement in your application, you have to align your parts before you can process the image or to find defects on this part. Identification technologies like for reading data codes and barcodes, or even reading text with the OCR module. This is very important for track and trace applications like that. We also have the measurement, so this means you can measure in images, real coordinates, millimeters for example, and this is not only available in 2D camera images, so it's also available in 3D point clouds. So especially HALCON is a software which has much functionalities regarding 3D vision. And last but not least, we have classification. So we have two kinds of classification, which means the one is more or less rule-based, so the old technology, I say. And we have, since our last release, we have also the deep learning classification inside our software suite. So you can read it also. And these kind of technologies enables applications like robotic market to pick and place parts for whip picking, for example, or hand complete cars with a robot, for example. The semiconductor market, we have many applications in this area for inspecting displays or quality check or stuff like that, or to check if electrical parts are complete. So a complete synthesis check with our technology. Also a big market for MVTec is the machine building market, which means the machine builders sometimes or very often is rising potential that they put some intelligence inside their machines or vision systems to control the workflow, to handle the material flow, or to check the quality directly inside the machines. And they're proven in this kind of market for more than 20 years with our software solutions. Another very interesting and big growing market is logistics. So it's a track and trace to read and find barcodes and data codes. It's a big growing market. The agriculture, for example, to pick ripe apples directly with a robot out of the tree. And also the medicine sector, for example, with checking if there is DNA on a carton card, or to check blood. Checking and analyzing blood levels, or counting blood cells, or stuff like that. Okay. I think the range. Too long. Okay. Our software solutions we provide running on the system of your choice, which means HALCON and Merlick, for example, is running on standard PCs, x86 based, out of the box. So this is nothing new for you, I think. We support Windows, Mac, and Linux out of the box with our PC-based systems. But I'm the product manager of Embedded Vision, so for me the very interesting part is the Embedded Vision area here. So our software is also running out of the box on ARM-based systems, which means you can download HALCON, install it on your ARM-based platform, which is running with the Linux operating system, and you can run the same script as you run or developed on your PC on the embedded board. So on the embedded side, it's possible to port our software. So as mentioned before, it's one of our services to bring our software also running on Windows IoT or VxWorks or an Android or iOS system. So this is a special service from MVTec, and this gives you the possibility to run our software also on tablets, on mobiles, handheld PCs, smart cameras, and for sure the single board computers. So the ideal choice for you if you need vision software. So there's another point which is very interesting or important is our software is tailored to the special needs of embedded hardware. So this means it starts at the beginning of the development of the algorithms. So because very often the bottleneck of embedded systems is the memory. So you have low memory or low memory bandwidth. So you have to keep this in mind if you're starting a development of algorithms. So we do this from the beginning. An additional point is supporting standards. So Henning mentioned before geek vision. So this is very important to have a software which can easily acquire images from a camera from the camera module. So this is the reason why GIMI vision or USB vision is very important, and we support this kind of standards. And on the other side, for example, UPC UA to communicate in an easy way with your PLC or other components which need the information from the camera system. An additional point is the software has to support all the hardware, because in the embedded area the hardware is not only a CPU and a RAM like in the PC-based systems. You have FPGA, you have DSPs, you have GPUs you can use, and you have special instruction sets like the Neon instruction set of the ARM-based platforms, and we support all those different hardware with our software to accelerate the image processing and to give you the best performance on your embedded device. So this is a short journey. So as you can see on the left side, we have the internal computing power of a Pentium 4 in the year 2004. So keep in mind this is a desktop PC in this dimension. So this kind of system delivered roughly 3 gigaflops of internal computing power. And if we compare this with the current iPhone, Apple released a few months ago, the iPhone XS, we have 135 gigaflops. So there's roughly a factor of 50 between the Pentium 4 in 2004 and the iPhone XS. But the iPhone XS is like this size, and I think this gives you a rough idea to see what kind of potential is inside embedded vision and what kind of potential these embedded devices have to solve vision applications now and in the future. So now there are applications possible you never could imagine a few years ago with embedded devices. And this also you can see in the market size. So here we have a small statistic about the whole embedded market in Europe, where we double the market size in roughly 10 years. So I think at the end of 2023 there is a market of alone in Europe in the embedded area about roughly $60 billion, and for the whole world market there's a forecast for $240 billion. So I think this gives you an idea about what potential is in these embedded devices and what happens in the future if we're talking about vision systems or embedded vision systems. So coming to the practical part of this presentation, practical in this way, so we're talking about applications. So this is a standard system, a PC-based system in the field with the typical components in this kind of application. You have your camera, you have your cabinet with an integrated PC where you're running your vision software. For example, here we see Merlin running an application. The PC is connected to the PLC, and the PLC is controlling the motion of the robot, for example. And for this kind of application, you need more or less 3 guys, or 3 responsible guys. You have the electrician who is setting up the cabinet and the wiring. You have your PLC programmer, which is setting up the whole process. And you have your vision specialist who is setting up the camera system. And these 3 guys are also responsible for this time-sensitive interfaces, because it's a time-sensitive interface between the camera, between the PC and PLC, and the PLC and the robot. So this means that there are interfaces you have to maintain and you have to set up. And this is every interface costs time and money. So this is the reason why you can use one approach is here to use only a smart camera with an integrated soft PLC or IOs to give information directly to the robot. The main advantage is you do not need any more cabinet, you do not have a PC. This is reducing the cost and the effort for this kind of application. You reduced the interfaces because the calculation of the image or the image processing is running directly on the system. There is no extra wiring necessary or between the camera and the PC, so there you have no problems in bandwidth or stuff like that. And you also can reduce the maintain persons, because here you only have the vision expert who is setting up the system, and that's it. So here you can save a lot of money in comparison to a PC system. For sure, we're talking about simple applications. The complex applications, I think, will stay on PC-based systems. As you can see, this is one product Ethan talked before. So this is a smart camera which is based on our HALCON software. So this is the main reason why I'm standing here today and talking to you, I think. Our software is giving you many functions inside the smart camera, and Advantech integrated the Easy Builder inside this camera to set up the image processing in a very easy way, in more or less 4 steps to your application. For sure, there is not only Advantech who is using this our software, so we have another examples where our software is used. So, for example, we have the IDS with their NXT. We have the Vision Components Nano, which provides also smart camera. Some modules of the SICK scanners are using our software internally, and Wagner also using parts of HALCON inside their smart camera. Another approach is to use our software also a little bit embedded. It's embedded on a PLC, which means you have integrated the image processing directly to the PLC. So there is no extra PC needed anymore. So you have still your industrial camera, your interface to the PLC. Okay. And reduced also the persons who are involved, because in this case you do not need the vision specialist anymore, so easy applications the PLC programmer could achieve by himself. So this is another approach for embedded vision, not only on a smart camera. And here we have a very prominent example. So company B&R, it's a Swiss company which is releasing at the end of this month a complete solution, which is also based on HALCON, with a fully integrated image processing software in their PLC. And with this kind of PLC and vision system, you're able to solve inspection, measuring and identification applications. And this is easy accessible over their automation studio, where you're setting up the motion controller also. So what's next with embedded vision at MVTec? So maybe some of you know that next week is a big trade show in Stuttgart called The Vision, and there we will show running our Merlix software is running for the first time on a 64-bit ARM-based system. We will provide for you ready-to-use system images where you can sneak a peek on HALCON with a very less effort of time for you. So download the image, copy it to your SD card, and put this SD card directly to the Raspberry, and in less than 20 minutes you can feel and see what HALCON can do for you, or what kind of applications you can solve with the help of our software. At the end of this, or in 3 weeks, we will also release our new software version, HALCON 1811. With this new software, we will provide an additional embedded software. So we have a 64-bit ARM platform included. So with this version, you can use our HALCON out of the box on the new embedded platforms like the Xilinx Ultrascale Plus and the Qualcomm Snapdragon. or the NVIDIA TX2. And with 1811, we deliver the full set of deep learning, which includes the classification, which means you can distinguish images from each other in different classes. New in 1811 is the object detection, which means you can check the position inside an image with your different classes. Like here on the slide, you can see you can check where are the noodles and mark it with a bounding box. And also we have the semantic segmentation as a new feature, which gives you the class pixel precise inside an image. So that was from my side. I see my time is up, just in time, more or less. So if you have any more questions, I'm here for the whole day. So please let me know. And yeah, I will give to my colleague, Ethan.